Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. So we've got this new mold. It is a big old shell. So I've had it for a few days and I was like, oh, what am I going to put in it? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these turquoise mother of pearl in there. There's all kinds of like different sizes. So I am going to, I've got resin mixing up. This holds 8 ounces of liquid. I measured it with water. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some resin in the bottom to get it started. And then I'm going to pour some of the shells so that I can squish them around. I want it kind of full. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to fill like this part of the cavity because this one's pretty deep. But we're going to see what we can get, even if, I don't know, I do the top half with the shells and then maybe I add some color. I don't know. But that's my thinking anyways. So I have got the Let's Resin casting resin. Hang on, I just got the cover off. All right, so I did run it through my Resiners debubbler. So I mixed up 8 ounces and I put it in 2 cups. And I ran it through that just to kind of, get some of the bubbles out, even though there was hardly any in there. So, is everybody having a good weekend? It is Saturday night at 9:15. Everybody's in bed in my house, so I'm like, yeah, well, I'm going to go down and do a project. All right, so I'm going to get a little cup because if I find some really little ones, I'm going to keep them so that I can put them in a ring. So I'm kind of hoping that the little ones will like sink to the bottom. I don't know. I guess I'll just have to wait and see what's left. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to spritz some alcohol down in there. Just kind of work it around. So I thought about putting the shells in first and then the resin, and I'm like, no, because my luck, I'm going to get some trapped bubbles doing it that way. So I don't know. I just figured this way here might be a better way. So if anybody has this mold and has tried something like this, let me know in the comments. All right. So I've got some resin. It's just over these little kind of nubbies. There's nothing in there yet. So I don't know if I'm going to use a stick or what to get them in there. Plus, I was hoping, like it's doing, the resin's going to help them slide down. Oh, there's a little bit of something yucky there. I don't want that in there. All right. So hopefully we don't get some major bubbling going on, is my hopes anyways, because I think this will make a really, really gorgeous piece if we can keep the bubbles out. So I have been working on my pool. It is like taking forever this year to get it open. We opened the pool a lot later than we normally do, and it had gotten really green to the point we could not see the bottom. And I don't usually let it get that bad, but the weather was so crappy that I was like, I don't even know, if it doesn't get better, I don't know that we're gonna open the pool. So, and then the weather started getting nice, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna open the pool, and now I'm struggling to, so we vacuumed it. I vacuumed it 3 times today, and backwashed it, and all that good crap that goes along with it. And so I'm hoping within a couple of days it will be clear. It's gotten clearer. It's just you still can't see the bottom. So we've tested it. I can still go in it. It is, the chemicals are all right there. So I added some more algicide today. So yeah, that's kind of what our fun has been. All right, so, and this mold is pretty transparent, so I can really kind of see where these little stones are going. All right. So it has started pushing some of the resin out. I made up the 8 ounces knowing that it probably isn't going to use all 8. But I didn't want to have to make more if I didn't need to. So I just figured, nah. All right, it's not going to stand up, so. I don't know. I think this is really, really going to be beautiful if it works out. All right. I should probably just get in there with my hands, but I end up getting sticky enough with this resin that so not only is it going to give weight to this piece, all right, before I go too far, let me just gonna spray a little bit more down in there. Let me give that a few minutes to kind of let those bubbles come up a little bit. I mean, it's an ocean piece, so, I guess if there's a few little micro bubbles in there, it's not really going to show, but I would like to not have any. So I thought about pouring these in my resin, but then I'm like, if I use way too much, I didn't want to just waste them either, because if I have enough to do another project, that would be really nice. Just getting a few of those bubbles, the bigger ones. I'm trying to pop them on the side if I can. So I guess there's going to be bubbles. It's just going to be the nature of the beast. Now, if I had some crushed crystal, if it was here already, then, you know, I could put that in and it would kind of disguise any bubbles. But I don't have it yet. It's saying Wednesday, but from where it's at, it should be here Monday. UPS doesn't update that much over the weekend, so. All right, so I don't think it's going to take the whole container. I think I'm going to stop it about here because I want the bottom to be flat. But no, I guess I'm going to have to put a few more in there. So I can't, there's like a darker piece of the rubber there, so I can't tell if I have them all down in there or not. All right, so I think that's gonna be a good amount because I want to make sure that there's just plain resin on this very bottom, that all these stones are nice and flat. And then, so yeah, I'm gonna have, oh my God, resin left over. You know, it's like sometimes you make up, you try to account for putting something in, and then you end up still having to make up more because it, you know, didn't use. So I was like, well, I don't want to have to do that. But I've got I have 5 ounces left. So this took 3 ounces, right? 3, 4, 5, and I made 8, yeah. So it only took All right, so I'm just gonna move this to the side so that I don't knock it over. Actually, let me just kind of spin it around and make sure that I don't have any bubbles or hollow spots. No, I think that looks good. All right, so we're gonna just move that over here. So, why don't we do our little dragon and our egg? Because I think, if I remember, this took 3 ounces, so that would use up some of the resin. All right, let me just give this a little wipe out. Because this guy looks so cool on my lights. I found my lights. They were right in the box. I picked it up 3 times when I was looking for it earlier in my last video. All right, so we're gonna put him here. So I need to get something, that's gonna be too tall. Let me see. So maybe 2 cups. 2 cups will be perfect. All right. So this is our little baby dragon that we had made last time. I did make a red one. It's still upstairs. So let's spritz some alcohol in there. And I have 2 stones in here, and I want to make sure that they don't fall in. So I ordered 3 more egg molds, but there's 3 different sizes. So there's another one, I believe it's the same size as this one. And then there's a little bit bigger one and a little bit bigger one. So what I was thinking is I could put other things in there depending on the size. So those, I think, will be here at the end of the week. Yeah, so, all right, so I'm going to dunk him in just to try to prevent any bubbles from sticking on him, if that makes sense. All right. I want to get him lined up. And I do see a bubble down in there, so let me try to get the bubble out of there, or at least come to the surface so then I can spray it. And my resin is starting to get really warm, so, because I figured I was only going to be doing one project. I should have known better. So it took 3/4 of the jar of the turquoise. So, all right, I'm gonna move this over just so I can finish pouring this. Oh my God, guys, I think I'm gonna have just enough once I dome it. Actually, that's pretty good, but I wanna move him. Kind of, so he's more centered. Stay right there, little baby guy. You stay right there. I can see a big bubble right there, and I got it. All right, so that's got a nice dome on it, so I'm gonna leave it just like that. I am not even going to touch anything. All right. So let me see. I have just a little bit of resin. I'll just take those 2 stones out. I'm going to just pop these 2 stones into my container over here. I am going to add a few more stones because it is starting, the stones are seeming to move. Let me just see if I can move this back into frame so you guys can see. So see, like right here and right here, there's like some empty spots. That's a real big one. I don't want that one. So I think the little bit that I have left in there, I'm going to put into this shell. So that'll work out perfect because it's going to need just a little bit more. All right. Because I really haven't domed this one yet. So this will finish doming that. Oh, perfect. So I would say if you're going to do this and put the shells, I would make up the at least 4 ounces of resin just to be on the safe side. All right, so that looks domed pretty good. I'm gonna spray my little baby guy here. Oh, and he's wanting to lean to one side. Get your butt over there. Oh. So that's the one good thing, is if you're working on a project and you're still going to be down, you know, or in your room, so that you can actually kind of manipulate your little baby if he starts to move. Because like once I go upstairs tonight, he's gonna end up where he ends up. But he's looking pretty good right there. And my shell's looking good. So, all right, guys, I will be back to demold, and we will see if I manage to make a beautiful piece or an ugly piece. Once I get this little something out of there. Alrighty, guys. I will see you in the AM. Hey, guys. I am back. This is all cured. So let's get this baby unmolded. All right, where's my little scissors here? All right, so on this little dragon egg, I just snipped that wire right close to it. And so what I've got is I've got my light out and I've got some moss. So we're gonna decorate this and we're gonna put this egg in the middle after. But let's get this bad boy undone. I am gonna spray a little bit of alcohol down there. Just to make it a little easier. There we go. See how easy that comes out? Hang on, I gotta go pick up whatever I dropped over there. Oh. Oh my word. Look at how stinking cute he is. Let me shut my light off here for us. See. It's still gonna have a... Oh, he is adorable. All right, so then we'll put him on the light and all that after. So this is what I'm dying to see. So this seems like it's a really stretchy mold, which is good. Oh, please, please, no bubbles, no bubbles. Oh, it's demolding pretty good. Are we ready? Hang on. Fix my mold. Oh my God, guys, look at that. I could have used a few more stones in here and a couple more on the bottom, but oh my God, that is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Let me get my knife. I have just a little bit of little trimming on the bottom, not much at all. All right, so I am definitely going to get more of these shells because those really make a statement. There we go. Oh, that is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. What do you guys think? And there's no bubbles. I was really, really worried about bubbles, but there's none. Oh, all right. I'm wondering, I'm wondering how it would look with like a light under it. I don't know if it would show through, but let's find out. No, not really. Not really. All right. So this little guy is going to go on this base. So he does have a few little micro bubbles in there, but that's, I can deal with those. All right, so let's get some moss. So I have my glue gun out. And we're gonna just take some of this moss. And we're going to, so I want to make sure that I'm not putting it too far in. All right, so. I had started my heat gun on low, so I just put it on high, just because I didn't know how long it was going to take me to demold. So let's just kind of figure out how much we're going to use here. So I'm going to overlap that. Let's see. All right, so I think that's going to be a good starting point. And then we can build up if we need to. Hold that down just a little bit. I'm going to break that little thinner spot off. I think this is going to be such a cute little nightlight for a kid's room. Oh, look at that. Perfect. All right, so let's get some on the sides. Just to cover that wooden base up. Popping my other glue stick in there. All right. And then I can actually even like put some little flowers. I'm just trying to cover all of the base. Get all these stringy bits off. All right, so that will... I'm just breaking off some of the thinner and then I'll take some and fill it in so it's not quite so so this is just a big bag of moss that I got at Michael's. I've had it for a while because I used to do floral centerpieces, but the dried flowers are just so expensive. To try and even make a profit doing those is virtually impossible. So I was like, all right, I got all this moss. Now what am I going to do with it? All right, let's clean some of this mess up. see. Oh, yeah. Let's turn it on. Oh, that's so cute. All right, so let's just want to build it up a little bit more here. Just because I want it to have a little bit of something, something. And some of these are just so, like, preformed, if that's even a way to describe it. Yeah. All right. I've got some of these little flowers. Oh, I think that's gonna really, really make it. Oh, I got all the little stringy bits. And I had a little bald spot, so I'm going to put 2 in the back. All right. Trying to stay in the frame for you guys. All right, let me get my other little pack out. And these are just kind of like stuck on there. All right, just pull a few off. Oh, flower came off that one. That's all right. We'll glue that flower on somewhere here. So this is going to be the front. So I am just going to stick this little broken off flower right on that, because I want the front to be a little bit more, have a little bit more color. All right, let's see. Put one down low. And a couple right there. So, what do we think? So you can turn your egg to look at whatever part of it you want towards the front. So I will get some pictures. I'll bring it upstairs in my bathroom. That's like my darkest room in the house. And I will get some photos. All right. Oh, do I want to add something else? Let's see. I don't know if something like this. You know, if that would. Nah, I think it'd be too much. Alrighty guys, that does it for this video. I will get you some final pics and I will see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day, guys.